John was 67 when his 10-minute window closed forever. It began with a tightness in his chest, then sweat, panic, silence. No one to call, no time to think, and by the time help arrived, his heart had already lost its fight. Here's the painful truth. Most heart attack deaths don't happen in hospitals. They happen before. People even get there, in those first 10 minutes. One phone call, one aspirin, one deep breath could have kept John alive. In 30 years, working in emergency rooms, I've seen this story on repeat. Every 40 seconds, someone in America has a heart attack. Almost half never make it to the ER. Not because doctors couldn't save them, but because they waited. Your heart doesn't care if it's midnight or Monday morning. It only cares what you do right now. So in this video, I'll show you what John didn't know and what could save you or someone you love in the next 10 minutes. Because when it comes to your heart, time isn't just money. Time is muscle. So let's hop on out in valuable life-saving tips. This can save you from danger, so make sure to watch full. Tip number 7. Call emergency services immediately. The first and most critical action, call for help now. Don't drive yourself. Don't wait for your spouse or neighbor. Pick up the phone and dial emergency services the moment you feel crushing pressure, breathlessness, or cold sweat. The Mayo Clinic reports that patients who call within 5 minutes have survival odds up to 50% higher. Yet 1/3 of seniors delay more than 2 hours. Why? They don't want to bother anyone. They think they're strong enough. But every minute you delay, heart tissue dies. Time is muscle. A 68-year-old man in Ohio waited 2 hours thinking it was indigestion. By the time paramedics broke down his door, his heart had already sustained irreversible damage. If he had called within those first 10 minutes, he likely would have lived a normal life. So if you ever feel chest tightness, act first, doubt later. Even if it's a false alarm, you lose nothing. But if it's real, that one call may save you. Now, while help is on the way, what you do next can keep your blood moving and buy you precious time. Tip number 6. Chew a full-dose aspirin, if not allergic. After calling for help, grab an aspirin, 325 milligrams, plain, not coated, and chew it. Don't swallow whole. The Lancet's landmark study found that taking aspirin during a heart attack reduced the risk of death by 23%. When you chew, it enters your bloodstream within minutes, thinning the blood and slowing the clot that's choking your heart. Swallowing whole can take 10 minutes to dissolve, time you don't have. A 70-year-old retired bus driver did exactly that. Alone in his living room, he chewed an aspirin while calling 911. Paramedics later said that simple act kept his heart muscle alive until they arrived. He walked out of the hospital 2 weeks later. But here's the catch. Most people don't keep aspirin nearby. If you're over 60, keep an uncoated bottle in your nightstand, your kitchen, and your car. One pill ready can buy you life. But chewing is only the start. What you do with your body in those moments matters just as much. Tip number 5. Sit upright and loosen tight clothing. When a heart attack hits, even posture can decide survival. Don't lie flat. Sit upright or semi-reclined. Loosen your collar, belt, or bra strap. It sounds small, but it reduces pressure on your lungs and heart, letting blood flow more freely. The European Heart Journal reports that upright positioning reduces pulmonary congestion and improves oxygen delivery. One 74-year-old woman in Florida felt chest pain while gardening. She sat in a chair, loosened her apron, and breathed steadily. Her doctor later told her that decision likely prevented her from fainting before paramedics arrived. Remember this rule: relax your chest so your heart can breathe. Still, your mind will try to panic. That's the next enemy you must defeat. Tip number 2. Take slow, deep breaths. Panic is a killer. When fear hits, adrenaline surges and your heart races faster. Exactly what you don't want. So focus on your breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. A study in the Journal of Cardiopulmonary Rehabilitation found that controlled breathing lowers heart rate and reduces oxygen demand even during crisis. A 76-year-old nurse from Michigan survived her attack by doing just that, sitting upright, eyes closed, breathing slowly. Her cardiologist later said those steady breaths bought her time until the ambulance arrived. So remember, if you can't control the pain, control the panic, because the next decision you make is just as vital, not for your body, but for the people trying to reach you. You've called for help, chewed aspirin, sat upright, and controlled your breathing. But what if paramedics can't get to you in time? What if your door is locked, your phone out of reach, and every second ticks away? That's where most lives are lost, behind a closed door and a missed chance. In Part 2, you'll learn the final steps that turn panic into survival and the 5 hidden symptoms most people never see coming. Part 2, when every second still counts. You've called for help, you've taken aspirin, you're breathing steadily, but there's one more killer most people never think about: isolation. Every year, nearly 40% of fatal home heart attacks involve locked doors that delay rescuers, according to the National EMS Association. Imagine surviving the pain, only to die because no one could reach you in time. So unlock your front door, stay near it if you can, phone in hand. In 2024, paramedics in Arizona lost a 73-year-old man simply because his deadbolt was sealed. They arrived in 7 minutes, but broke in after 11. His heart had stopped at 9. Every barrier costs time. So open your door, then make sure help can find you even faster. Tip number 4. Keep your phone close and emergency plan ready. Your phone is your lifeline. Keep it beside you, on speaker, never across the room charging. Most collapses happen within 15 feet of the first symptom, research from Johns Hopkins shows, and many victims die simply trying to walk to their phone. Have an emergency contact preset. If you live alone, share your plan with a neighbor or family member. One call chain can make the difference between rescue and discovery. I tell my patients, don't make your phone hard to reach. Make help one tap away, because the moment you faint, silence becomes the enemy. And that's where preparation begins, long before the pain starts. Tip number 3. Recognize the non-classic symptoms. Now here's what scares me most. Many seniors never feel the Hollywood heart attack pain. No dramatic clutching chest. No sudden collapse. Especially in women and diabetics, heart attacks whisper, not scream. According to the CDC, 1 in 5 heart attacks occurs silently. The patient doesn't realize it until it's too late. Watch for warning signs your brain might dismiss: pressure in your jaw or back, nausea, unexplained fatigue, cold sweat, shortness of breath. These are red alarms disguised as discomfort. One of my patients, a 66-year-old teacher, thought she had the flu. 2 hours later, she was in cardiac arrest. Awareness is your first weapon, because if you can recognize danger before it strikes, you can win the 10-minute war before it even begins. Tip number 1. Pre-plan and make your home heart safe. Survival starts long before the sirens. Preparation saves lives. Keep Aspirin visible on your nightstand, kitchen counter, glove box. Remove trip hazards near your phone. Label emergency numbers in large text. These aren't overreactions, they're defenses. A Cleveland Clinic study found that seniors who practiced a heart attack drill just once reacted 40% faster in real emergencies. That's minutes reclaimed from death. So tonight, set up your home like your future depends on it, because one day it might. But all this advice means nothing if fear freezes you when it happens. There's one final mindset shift that decides who lives to tell the story. Mindset. Stay still and stay focused. When pain strikes, your instinct is to move, to find help. But movement raises your heart's oxygen demand, fuel you no longer have. The European Heart Journal confirms minimizing motion during an attack cuts complications significantly. So stay where you are. Sit, breathe, focus. Tell yourself, I've called for help. My only job now is to survive until they arrive. I've watched countless patients saved by calm stillness. Panic is poison. Composure is medicine. But even calm minds miss the truth hiding in plain sight. Symptoms that appear days, sometimes weeks, before disaster. Let's end with the 5 most overlooked signs that your heart may already be warning you. The 5 major heart attack symptoms people miss. 1. Persistent fatigue or sudden drop in stamina. 60% of seniors who later suffer attacks report exhaustion in the week prior. 2. Unexplained shortness of breath, even at rest or mild activity, a sign of restricted blood flow. 3. Jaw, neck, or upper back pain, especially dull, radiating pressure mistaken for muscle strain. 4. Nausea, cold sweat, or lightheadedness, often dismissed as food poisoning or anxiety. 5. Sleep disturbances or early morning chest tightness, Studies from the American College of Cardiology show heart events peak between 6 and 10 a.m. when blood pressure surges. If you remember nothing else, remember this: time is muscle. Call for help first. Chew aspirin. Sit upright. Breathe slowly. Unlock your door. Stay calm. And prepare your home and mind today, not someday. Every patient I've lost haunts me for the same reason. They waited. But every survivor I've seen shared one thing: they acted. Your heart doesn't care if it's midnight or Monday morning. It only cares what you do in the next 10 minutes. Act fast, stay alive, and let these steps turn fear into time. Because sometimes the best way to protect your heart isn't just in emergencies, it's in prevention. That's why I made this next video. These 5 exercises are better than walking. They're simple, science-backed, and can literally strengthen your heart before trouble ever starts. Watch it now. Take 10 minutes and give your heart a fighting chance, starting today.